Welcome to Wide Real News. Hello to all our listeners and viewers. Thank you for tuning in to Wide Real News, where we bring you the latest updates from across the globe. If you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and stay informed with real, reliable, and impactful stories. Let's dive into today's news update. Mozambique in turmoil, protests and clashes after disputed election. The political unrest in Mozambique has intensified following October's contested presidential election. Demonstrators opposing the election results have clashed with security forces, leading to violent confrontations. Tragically, the unrest has claimed at least 70 lives, with 2 more deaths reported on Wednesday. The protests began after the National Electoral Commission declared Daniel Chapo, a candidate from the long-ruling Frelimo party, as the winner. His victory was immediately rejected by opposition leader Venâncio Mondlane, who claimed the results were fraudulent. Escalating violence. On Wednesday, protests took a deadly turn in Nampula, Mozambique's third-largest city, when police reportedly opened fire on demonstrators. Hundreds of protesters had blocked roads with barricades and set tires ablaze. According to eyewitnesses and local sources, police used live ammunition to disperse the crowds, resulting in the deaths of 2 protesters. In the capital, Maputo, tensions also boiled over when an armored military vehicle drove into a group of demonstrators, striking and killing a woman. This incident, captured on video and shared widely on social media, has drawn sharp criticism from human rights groups and international observers. The Mozambican Defense Ministry called the incident accidental and expressed regret, but protesters see it as a symbol of the government's heavy-handed response. The opposition's role. Opposition leader Venâncio Mondlane, who has been living in exile since late October, has become a rallying figure for demonstrators. Last week, Mondlane urged his supporters to escalate their protests by setting up roadblocks nationwide. Demonstrators have responded by blocking major highways, including the vital Ressano-Garcia border crossing with South Africa. This border is a critical route for exporting minerals like chrome to the port of Maputo, and the disruptions are causing significant economic strain. Mondlane has refused to participate in political talks called by outgoing President Filipe Nyusi, citing fears for his safety and accusing the government of targeting him with false charges. Mondlane faces allegations of inciting violence and attempting to overthrow the government, charges he strongly denies. International response. The escalating violence has drawn condemnation from the international community. In a joint statement on Wednesday, the governments of the United States, Britain, Canada, Norway, and Switzerland urged Mozambique to uphold its security forces' role in protecting civilians. The statement criticized the government's violent crackdown, calling for an immediate investigation into the death of the protester in Maputo. The European Union has also expressed alarm over the situation, noting the spread of violence, looting, and vandalism. It criticized both the state's heavy-handed response and the growing desperation among citizens. Economic implications. Mozambique's political crisis is not just a threat to lives but also to its economy. The unrest risks delaying a $20 billion natural gas project led by TotalEnergies SE. This project is crucial for Mozambique's development, as the country seeks to become a major exporter of liquefied natural gas, LNG. Additionally, inflationary pressures are mounting. Analysts at Oxford Economics predict that Mozambique's inflation rate will rise from 3.1% in 2024 to 4.9% by 2025, driven by the devaluation of the metical and rising food prices. The economic uncertainty is further compounded by road closures and disruptions at key trade routes. Local impact and human cost. The human toll of the unrest is staggering. Local monitoring group Plataforma Decide reports that 70 people have died since protests began in October. Protesters have accused the government of using excessive force, with reports of police firing live ammunition into crowds and using tear gas indiscriminately. Meanwhile, communities in cities like Nampula and Maputo are grappling with the daily disruptions caused by the protests. Schools, businesses, and public services have been shut down in many areas, leaving residents struggling to access basic necessities. The road ahead. As Mozambique stands at a crossroads, the path forward remains uncertain. Mondlane continues to call for international mediation and insists on the need for an independent audit of the election results. However, with neither side willing to back down, the risk of prolonged violence looms large. The next significant date on Mozambique's political calendar is January 27, when the Bank of Mozambique is scheduled to meet to discuss monetary policy. While this may bring some economic clarity, the deeper political crisis requires urgent attention. Final thoughts. Mozambique's current crisis highlights the fragility of its democracy and the deep divisions within its society. For a country that has endured decades of conflict, the latest unrest is a painful reminder of the work still needed to achieve lasting peace and stability. Once again, thank you for staying with us on Wide Real News. If you appreciate in-depth reporting like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, and share the story with your network. Together, let's continue to spread awareness and demand accountability from leaders worldwide. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, stay informed and stay safe.